The thing is that the ego is all about control. And this need to control things, this brings suffering. Because life is lived moment to moment. It is made up of moments. And what shows up in which moment, nobody's in control of that. So, what thought you're going to create next is not in your control. Maybe you are happy one moment, and the very next moment, you see something, and all of a sudden, a thought, from the reservoir of memory, it pops up and creates a discomfort. Maybe you see someone fighting on the road, and all of a sudden, some sort of anxiety creeps up. So, when Buddha said that samsara is dukkha, that the world is suffering, what he meant was that nobody is in control of what happens in the moment. And this is one of the greatest teachings of Ramesh Balsekar. That understanding is that nobody is in control of the moment, but that pain in the moment does not translate into suffering as horizontal time. Now, I'll tell you about an incident that happened with me. This was, I believe, in 2010 or 2011, somewhere around that time. I was working with this company, and that was my short venture into sales. It was a transition from a desk job, programming job, to sales. I couldn't last more than 6 months. But first week, I was invited to Mumbai. I was in Delhi and I was invited to Mumbai for a training. It was a 3-day training. And I was told that they would book a guest house for me for 3 days. And once I'll receive the training, I can come back to Delhi and start my work. So I was pretty excited. It was a new job, new opportunity, new skills to learn. So I went. Now, first day passed in the guest house. Very comfortable, everything very good. And after the first day, the caretaker of the guest house tells me that the next night I'll have to sleep on a sofa in the living room because some VIP guest is going to come and we have to give that VIP your room, the one in which you are right now. Now, this was very unexpected, so I was I felt a bit offended. I said, why should I sleep on the sofa? I'm a manager of the company. Why should I sleep on the sofa? So I called up somebody and I asked them to book a guest house for me in Mumbai. And the person assured me that, I'm going to book a very nice place for you and it's all going to be fine and perfect for you. I was quite content. So, with a scornful look, I left the guest house and I, made the payment and everything. Now I was again pretty excited. So I go to the address which they gave me to the new guest house. I reach there. A new caretaker comes over there and he shows me the room. And believe me, I can confidently say that room must not have been opened for the last 15 years. It was in such an appalling mess. The paint was all, the walls were rotten, the carpet was stinky. There was a small television which was also not working properly. And the bathroom was like, it hadn't been cleaned since ages. It was an absolute horror. But now I was here and I couldn't do anything about it. And that time I didn't have enough money to shift into a hotel as well. So, you know, that was a bit of a shock to me, because it was very unexpected that something could be so horrible. But somehow I managed another day over there. I couldn't sleep. I didn't get sleep that night, but I somehow managed. In the morning, with great difficulty, I had bath and I went to my institute for the training. Another day passed by. So when I came back to the guest house, the caretaker comes up to me and says, "Sir, we may have to shift you from this VIP room to an ordinary room because some VIP is coming." And I'm telling you, this is a true story. So, you see, this is what life is. Somehow I survived, I managed, and I went back to Delhi. But the thing was that what shows up in the next moment, nobody's in control of that. And the more we try to manipulate or control or change circumstances, the more messy situation becomes. And we do this with people a lot, especially in relationships and friendships and associations and business partnerships. We try to manipulate people because we want them to accept our ideas, our views. The ego is all about confirmation, control, manipulation. And so every movement is in that direction. But that movement itself creates pain and suffering, because nobody is in control of what happens in the moment. But yes, when the acceptance happens and one realizes that they are not the doer of their actions and that things are happening as per the cosmic law, or call it the will of God, then there can be no resentment, hatred, malice, or jealousy towards anybody. Because then our relationship with ourselves undergoes a tremendous change. We become comfortable with ourselves. And when we become comfortable with ourselves, then we become comfortable with others. So what remains is a sense of peace. And that is the peace, that is the nirvana that Buddha talks about. There is no other peace out there. The peace is here within.